Me again. Now let's see. Over the past months, we talked about shark gods, we talked about psychopomps, we talked about many things. But I think it's time for us to talk about another creation myth, mostly because creation myths are known for starting off a mythology or pantheon. So, creation myths are probably one of the most, if not the most, entertaining part of a mythology, seeing how a whole world of gods can end up being. But for this story, this seemed very familiar to another story, but then again, I'll get back to that later. We could talk about the creator god of this story, Yaldabaoth, or kinda, he's not really, but here, you'll see in a second. But before we start, we need to talk about another thing, called Gnosticism. Did I say it right? I'm not sure if I said it right. I'm sorry, comment down below if I said it wrong. I would really love the feedback. Basically, a belief of a lower god creating the material world which we live in now. It originally ended up in the 1st and 2nd century, through Jewish and Christian texts and by other means. But for now, let's get right into the story. We're gonna start off with our first godlike being, Sophia, who basically just got kicked out. Great start so far, and she was kicked out by Plumia because she wanted to create something. Well shoot, what will she do now? Oh wait a minute, if she's now alone, she can now create something. But when she did create it, she didn't like it. And who is this creation, you might ask? It's Yaldabaoth! Yay, he's here! But, like I said, she ain't so proud of it. So we're just gonna put some clouds here, but then puts a throne here. Perfect. But when Yaldabaoth awakens, now he realizes and thinks, oh shoot, I must be the only being here. Ooh, Sophie, for being the first to create, not really going off so far. So now thinking that he's alone, the first thing he creates is 7 heavens and Adam. But there is one little problem. Adam doesn't have a soul. But Sophia comes in and fixes it by slapping a new soul in him. But there's a problem because when Adam thanks Sophia, Yaldabaoth gets mad for thinking something that's not even there, even though there is something there. Do you understand me by this point? Thank you for understanding me. So for this punishment, basically Yaldabaoth dope slaps him. It kept him ensnared in the Garden of Eden. But luckily, Sophia comes in again for the help, and she gives Adam and Eve a new taste of knowledge by sending a snake down and giving them a whole bunch of knowledge of the universe. But Yaldabaoth gets mad again, so he dope slaps them out of there and sends them into the material world and decides that souls should stay in the material world because that's how things work now because he's angry. Now, this may seem similar to a lot of other stories, especially one from the Bible. Yes, I know I spelled it like that. Deal with it. But still, this is very similar to the story about 2 naked people and one of them got the munchies and both got smacked down for their sins. And a snake convinces them. Doesn't that sound familiar? Well, that's mostly because Yaldabaoth is mostly seen as a lot of things. He's seen as God, he's seen as the devil, he's seen as a separate being, which I kind of like to stick to. And if you ever played a Persona game, you might have heard of him before. That's mostly the reason you clicked on this video. Well, I guess that's pretty much all I have to say, but tell me, comment down below if you want me to do another video, or comment down below what kind of god, story, or myth you want me to cover. I'll be happy to know. I already got some lists down, and I even have a little notebook to tell me what to do. But tell me, what myth do you want me to cover next? Remember, subscribe and hit that bell so you can get notifications of when I make new videos, and again, I won't force you if you don't want to subscribe. Well, that's for all. See you all next time.